thoughts for Thursday. And if you believe in a fearless, free, and fulfilled life, this is the place to be. I am Katie Bach, and today I'm going to talk to you about limiting beliefs. What are they, and how do we release them? How do we change them? So a limiting belief often starts with something like, I must, I can't, I am not, I don't, I should, I shouldn't. It often starts with those words. And a limiting belief is blocking you from manifesting your desires. It's also called an abundance block. And the reality is those limiting beliefs are often not true. They come from all different places. They can come from something we experienced and we had a feeling from that experience and it created a belief. They can come from a thought process, a mindset that we had from a point in time in our life that created feelings within us that turned into a belief. They can come from something we were told over and over and over again as a child, as an adult, and it became a belief. It can come from a trauma that we experienced. Limiting beliefs can come from all different places, but we are not born with them. They are learned, which means we can unlearn them, but we have to be willing to do the work. Limiting beliefs can be any negative thought that is blocking you from moving forward, that is blocking you from that abundance. It can be blocking you from anything you desire. And again, it is often not true. So sometimes we have limiting beliefs and they sit in our subconscious and we aren't even aware of them. And that's often the worst of the limiting beliefs because we aren't aware of them and they're blocking us without our awareness. We have our brain works on autopilot a lot, where our thoughts just come in and we are it's just happening. We're not in our conscious control, even though we have the power to rewire our thought process, to shift our mindset. We're set in autopilot and we just let those thoughts come in and out, and those limiting beliefs put negative thoughts into our head, and it blocks us and it stops us from doing things, from moving forward, from taking action. And so the way we release those limiting beliefs, the way we shift them, is by taking our mind off autopilot. We have got to do the work. We've got to take the time to figure out those limiting beliefs and where they came from and shift our story into something different. So we've got to come off autopilot. So first of all things, you've got to set the intention. Set the intention to release those beliefs. Throw that intention out into the universe and say, I release my limiting beliefs. Start the process right there with that intention. Using that mantra, I release my limiting beliefs. And that first step puts you in that mindset of, okay, there are some beliefs I have that are limiting me. I know they're not true, so let's work through them. Let's shift that and come into a belief system, into a mindset where all the abundance that I deserve can come to me. So set that intention. Intention to release your limiting beliefs, to discover them, to release them, using the mantra. And then look at, who are you? Are you looking at yourself as this or that? Because everything in the world isn't this or that. There's an in-between. It's not black or white, there's a gray. And so you're not either a morning person or you're not a morning person. Maybe you prefer to sleep in later. That doesn't mean you're not a morning person. You could be a morning person if you wanted to be, if you chose to be. So who you are is not this or that. It's not you either are good enough or you're not. You either do good or you do bad. There's a whole in between there. So first thing, look at who you are. Who do you define yourself as? Are you making yourself this or that? Because there's a whole in between that you can venture into. When you're thinking in extreme thoughts, you're blocking yourself from being anything else. So right there, that is limiting you. So first thing, look at who you are. Open yourself up to less extreme thoughts of this or that, and opening up to finding the in-between. Then, look at the root cause of why you feel the way you do, why you believe the things you believe. Look at where that came from. Did it come from a feeling, an experience that you had? Did it come from a thought? Limiting beliefs can be things that we create based on stories we create from something that's happening outside of ourselves that's affecting us in a way that we feel that belief. We feel that way. I had a limiting belief that I thought I was not good enough. And I believed that for so long. And I believed that because my dad was an alcoholic as a child. He was always my dad. He was always there. But I had created this belief based on a feeling of not being good enough. Because there were times that he wasn't there. Or there were times that I needed something and he wasn't there. So I had created the belief that I wasn't good enough. But in reality, nobody had ever told me that. Nobody had ever said to me, you're not good enough. Nobody had ever really treated me in that way either. But I had this feeling inside of me, and so it turned into a belief. And I carried that belief with me until I did the work and I took my brain off autopilot. And I dove in. So find that root cause. Where did that belief begin? And this may take a while, and this may take some digging deep and discovering, but find where it began. And then challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to look at this belief that you have that's limiting you. To look at where it came from, where it began, and how it's shaped and formed. And challenge yourself. Is this really true? For me, am I really not good enough? No, I am good enough. I am worthy. I'm a beautiful soul. And I am good enough. So challenge yourself to look at that belief. And challenge yourself to begin to make that shift. And then be okay with the discomfort that comes. We often shy away from discomfort because it brings up fear. It's not comfortable. We don't know what it holds. We look at it as negative. A lot of our growth happens within our discomfort. Sometimes we have to feel the things we've been bottling away. We have to be uncomfortable so that we can heal from them and move forward. So as you work through those limiting beliefs, allow yourself to get in that discomfort, to sit in it, to look at it as an opportunity to grow instead of something negative. And then journal. Write it down. Use your words to create a new experience for yourself, a new feeling, a new thought, a new belief. So you're releasing that limiting belief and you're creating a belief that is real, that is true, that is propelling you forward instead of blocking you. Now I've got a journal prompt PDF for you, link below the video. Just click through the link and put in your email and I'll email it right to you. And that journaling prompt will help you to break down those limiting beliefs, to shift them into something new. A new thought, a new feeling, a new belief that is propelling you forward. The journal prompts will take you through all the steps I just talked about. And it is self-paced for you to do in your own time and to process through it as you need to. Limiting beliefs are blocking you, and they are limiting you. We all have them, but they are learned, which means you can unlearn them. You have that power. So, grab the journaling prompts. Work through it in your own time. Shift those limiting beliefs. Free yourself and propel yourself forward to abundance, to all that you desire, to everything that you want and need. You don't have to be limited. You can choose a different belief, a different story. So, link below, grab those journaling prompts. As you work through it, use the breathing meditation that is to release limiting beliefs. It's on my website. It's absolutely free, and that will help you to relax when you're in the discomfort. It will help you to relax as you go through the journaling prompts. It will help you to maintain that intention and that mindset of releasing those limiting beliefs. Now, this is your challenge. Grab those journaling prompts. Start doing the work. Take it step by step. We're not in a race here. Take it slow. Take it at your own pace. But your challenge is to start looking for those limiting beliefs. Take your mind off autopilot and begin to create those shifts, creating new beliefs, new feelings that propel you forward. That is all today. Make sure you grab those journaling prompts, and I will see you soon.